In the ancient age, a time beyond memory, this world was found, settled, consumed, and discarded by the old core. The governors, overseers, barons, and kings left behind fought and warred over what few resources remained, leaving the already wasted world in ruin. In their day, they created great wonders of science and engineering, and inhuman horrors beyond imagining in their pursuit of progress, pride, and profit. It was too much for the gods of Eukon to bear. They struck down the wicked, scouring the land with holy fire, leaving nothing of them but ash and dust. The world heals. Civilization returns, but the legacy of the old kingdoms remain. Heroes must rise to hold the darkness at bay, serving the will of the gods of Eukon.
All right, and the recording is running. Welcome back to Gods of Eukon, a post-apocalyptic RPG set on a forgotten planet in the far undefined future. Once again, our players, Brian Dango, played by Mario. Jim Cushman is Rex. Thermidor Alcott by Mike Medeiros.
Yo.
And Corva by Terry Schill.
Hello.
Unfortunately, George will not be joining us tonight, so I'll be piloting Phineas Bog. And when we left off, the party, having rescued the acolyte of Kulau Min Isa from crucifixion, came across the wreck of another convoy, which had been waylaid by raiders. They took down the body of the Reverend with the intent of returning it to Payne's Pike, knowing that raiders are now active and on the prowl in the area. They came across a plague doctor prior to that who warned them of the crucifixions and the wreck, and clued them into a possible misdeeds within their convoy. A search revealed a tracking device within the convoy. They gave it to the plague doctor to carry along with him to lead off anyone tracking them, for what good it did them, as waiting for them before the next bridge was the owner of the caravan, Mr. Ferman. With him were several rogue figures. Ferman confronted Bog, chastising him for setting the convoy ahead of schedule. After chastisement, he turned around and revealed his bodyguard to be a pack of red-shirted raiders, who then attacked. The party met the attack, taking out several raiders, but unfortunately, the Fesic uber-mutant Gome fell in battle. The party, rallied by this death, were able to take out most of the raiders, one deciding that his fortunes were better found elsewhere, and a second, only one remaining at Ferman's side. Seeing the tide turn against him, Ferman keyed his contingency, opening several traps within the landscape, and Wretched rising from them. Gangren, upon seeing these, became terrified, and he fled the battlefield. These Wretched then descended upon the party, tearing apart the throats of the last remaining raider as battle continued. As we see from the point of view here, how the battlefield looks, and now we go to the tactical view. Let's see, who did we leave off with?
I haven't had a turn.
Memory exercise.
So let's say that the Wretched had their turn. So next they rolled the highest initiative out of everybody. So next would be Brian.
Uh-oh.
You've just watched these Wretched climb from the ground like corpses rising from the grave. They move with unnatural speed, joints moving at odd, incorrect angles, froth drooling from their mouths, and you see Gangrene, who throughout everything has been stoic and level, suddenly turn and run in a panic.
Oh, crap.
And the last thing you see on the battlefield is one of these Wretched descending upon a raider and tearing it to pieces with its own teeth.
Where's Lucille? Oh, Lucille, I missed you.
So what do you do?
What do? I grab my gun, which is probably the first thing anyone should do, or whatever appropriate weapon. Let's see who's in the most danger right now. I'm having a memory exercise.
So let's see. Here's you.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like most of them are a little further out, but this one right here is right up next to Rex.
Oh, okay.
Let's clarify. Rex is right next to that one. I just want to.
Rex is standing his ground as one of these Wretched is charging him.
25 feet, huh? Okay, I think I can make that shot.
Who's next to Brian?
That is Phineas.
With the
Phineas. That's the novice Min Isa.
Mm-hmm.
The young ward of the preacher that you met in the Radstorm.
Do I have line of sight?
Hard to say. Yeah, I'd say you have line of sight. You can see over Phineas, who is prone on the ground, and it's charging at Rex, so he's not right next to him yet.
Okay. I'm going to draw and open fire.
All right.
So help me, you shoot me.
I promise I won't shoot you. Unless the GM makes me shoot you.
Don't blame me, blame the dice.
Such is life. Okay. Combat. All right, so I guess I roll ranged attack bonus.
Ranged attack, yeah. That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice shooting.
Okay. What was the? Where's the roll for damage? I forget.
Roll your hit the weapon tab, or it should be in your weapon description.
Oh, 2d6.
There you go.
See, this is what happens when I do a split shift. I've been up since 4:45 in the morning.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. 2d6. 8. Not too shabby.
All right. You standing next to the broken body of Gome, your companion throughout this entire journey. You've seen these creatures tear apart the final remaining raider, and now they're advancing on you and your party. You see your other companion, the other Fessick, face down one of these things, and you see your target of opportunity. It's in open ground. You've got a clear shot. You aim, you fire, and you are satisfied as you see a puff of blood as you strike the thing in its shoulder. It falters, but its course remains true, and he continues to charge at Rex.
Oh. Well, that just won't stand. How many attacks do I have left?
You have one more and an action.
I have one more and an action. Okay. Another ranged attack. 13.
That is a hit.
Damn.
Hey,
Take it. I'm not
I was at
complaining.
the range earlier today. Okay. 2d6. Yes. 3.
No,
You are cool as a cucumber. You are focused. You are driven. You want to see this thing die. the recoil of your weapon was minimal, so you're able to sight back in with ease and fire off another shot, and you see another puff of blood as you hit it in the torso this time. It falters again, nearly falling to the ground, but its momentum continues. Its arms kick at the dirt and right itself again, and it continues its charge.
Well, I softened it up for you, man. I have one action left.
Yes, you do.
Can I step over the bog? Ha, ha.
Yes, you can.
Okay. I choose to step over the bog.
The bog.
Wasn't much good anyway.
Alrighty. So next
I
up.
love George. I don't like bog.
So next up is novice Min. She takes her guardian spear, gives it a twirl to motivate herself, and takes aim. She holds it level, taking sight at this one over here, aiming over the prone body of George, and pulls the trigger. The Guardian Spear Terry is a large polearm-looking weapon with a wicked blade sitting on top of what is a submachine gun.
It's gonna hurt.
Kablooey.
Mm-hmm.
So let's roll this thing.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, her aim is a little off. It fires. She is unprepared for the recoil, and it goes spinning up into the air. She's going to right herself and try again. And unfortunately, the same result happens. She kicks herself for not adjusting properly as she crouches down to gain a better grip. Next up is Bog. His first action is going to be standing back up again and dusting himself off as he takes stock of what's going on around him. He sees the death and carnage all around him, the fallen Fessick, the fallen raiders, and for a moment there is a glimmer of regret in his eye. But the bravado takes over shortly thereafter, and he has no weapon on his character sheet.
Crap.
George.
I think we had this issue last week.
Yes, we did. He didn't fix it. Okay, hang on. This is going to take a moment.
I think it was the 45s.
It was.
The 45.
There was the 44. So he is going to pick up his pistol, give it a quick dramatic flip, and take aim at... He's going to aim for the same Wretched that Min targeted. And let's see. It's 2d8.
George, I just got home from work. How much longer you guys playing?
That is a
My
hit.
messenger comes across my Fitbit.
Right.
Nice. Alright, that is a hit. So, damage for...
Tell him it's his
is...
Tell him we killed Bog.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible.
Farting.
Okay. Bog stands up with a dramatic flare, tossing his coat aside as he draws his weapon, gives it a quick dramatic flip and draws on the enemy, and with a exaggerated kickback, he sends a bullet flying towards the Wretched in the distance. It impacts in its cheek, blasting away part of its jaw, leaving it hanging limp and useless, its tongue hanging vertically down from its jaw. It's not down, but it looks to Bog with a hunger and a need for blood.
Ew. Did I forget to tell everybody that I really hate zombies.
All right, he is going to take aim again, and
Wait.
Yeah.
giving his weapon, taking his second pistol, he does a similar dramatic flare, takes aim, and fires once again. And I closed the dice roller. Come on, there we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
He aims again and fires, the bullet hitting almost the exact same spot. But instead of simply blasting off the jaw, his entire head explodes into fragments of bloody ooze and gore. The body crumples to the ground right next to the raider it had just dismembered and lays there lifeless.
Ew.
And he's going to give a cheer and a yell. Ha ha!
I know a guy.
And he pissed it off. Okay, cool.
I know a guy's going to write a song about that one.
He goes, okay, cool. Be there in a sec. Jim just told him, he says, you just shot a zombie and you pissed it off. He goes, okay, cool. I'll be right there.
Gangrene is going to continue his flight from the battlefield. He is absolutely terrified by the sight of these wretched. There's something deep in his core that these things disturb, and he can do nothing but flee.
Poor buddy.
Which
Who?
one did Finn pick off?
Oh, hang on. There we go.
Cool, thank you.
So next up is Mr. Ferman, and he is going to continue to stand there and observe the battle. He is not going to take any direct action.
Really?
Corva, you're next.
Sounds like
When
a
we
boss.
left off, your sights were trained directly on Ferman. You had fired several shots, unwavering, unblinking, completely focused.
All right, who's where? Who's next to me?
Next to
In
you,
the red?
that's Thermidor.
In
And-
the red. Okay, and
yeah,
who's
that's
the
Thermidor,
yellow?
and Gangren's right here.
Oh, and he's running, but he's running away.
Yes.
I almost feel like tripping him. However, I've dealt with cowards before, and I know better than to bring a coward back into the battle.
He's no coward. He's
Running like a big pansy poop.
Yeah, he stood his ground against the raiders. He took one down himself.
Yeah,
There's
but
something
the
about these
zombies-
wretched that terrifies him at a level that it's hard for you all to understand.
Right. It's very hard for me to understand. So
Why,
I just-
he's a big... Oh.
I ignore him, let him run by. So really, the only ones we've got are the ones that are hanging out by
You've got that one,
Rex and Brian, right?
that one, and that one.
I have a cleaner shot at him.
At
I
the last
think.
one I
How-
just pinged.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how far that is for me in a range fight.
Okay. Well, there's a ruler tool on the sidebar. Looks like a comb. There you go.
Yep.
35 feet.
35.
I don't think
She
my...
could have that range.
Yeah, what's the range on your
Yeah,
weapon?
you've got the
I'm about to look.
the long arm.
I do?
I think. What's on your sheet?
A carbon.
The
22.
carbine. Yeah, what's the range
It's a
on it?
22. It's a 22, though.
It's a 22.
Yeah.
I thought I got a different weapon, but it didn't get put on here.
Update your sheets, people.
I haven't been back, honey.
True.
You were playing me, sweetheart.
I was just gonna
Okay, that's
say.
on me then. Dummy.
Yeah, I don't know. My range is
Well,
60.
Oh, your range is 60.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So,
Yeah, you're good.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
Put him
take
down.
a shot. I'm
Okay.
gonna take a shot at that guy right there.
If you roll a 1, I'm gonna get shot in the back.
No, if she rolls a 1,
No,
you're gonna
she's
get
got
shot in the
she's
butt.
got an
off.
open line of sight.
I do, don't I?
Yeah, you've got a clean line of
Yeah.
sight.
Clean,
Yeah, she's
clean
got
line,
clean.
right straight through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody else did.
You're
Deed.
also crouched on top of the
Still
wagon,
deed.
so you're well above everybody else.
All right. So wait a minute. Click and drag to roll the dice. This is different. No, I don't think I
Oh.
want to do.
Yeah,
Oops.
you don't have.
Was that what I wanted to do?
There you go.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, so your last two shots against Ferman ricocheted off some kind of armor and did no damage each time, even though you sighted in perfectly to strike at this son of a bitch's heart. So instead, you go to one of the easier targets. You see one of the Wretched making a beeline for Rex in the distance. So you turn, you sight on it, you sight directly for at the head or the heart, you squeeze the trigger, and send the bullets directly into its torso. It staggers, nearly falling backwards, but it rises back up and begin its shambling sprint back towards Rex.
Now, is he heading towards? So he's actually coming closer to me.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do that again.
You shooting at yellow guy or at
The
guy
yellow
by
guy.
Rex?
The one that's
That
over
one.
by that one.
That one.
Yeah.
So they're both going towards Rex.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I am pretty meaty. Oh, fuck.
Shit.
That was a nat 1.
Ow! What a feeling!
Please tell me.
With a
you're gonna
grin on
say
your
no.
face from the hits, the spray of blood and the falter, you are completely focused. You are ready to go. You want to see this thing die. You pull the trigger, and you hear a clang. You take a look at your weapon, and you see the bullets kind of hanging out of the chamber. You've got a jam on your hands. You need to clear that thing.
Shit.
Hey, Alan.
He says, "Hey, Alan.
Hmm.
I just rolled horribly."
That's bad.
You think?
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome
Her
back,
rifle
George.
jam.
That is suckage.
Hey guys.
Hey George.
You killed one.
George.
Good job.
Hi. Hello.
So I killed a zombie or something?
You did.
They're
You
not here.
killed this one.
Or no, they're not responding to me.
Oh.
It's pouring rain right now.
Yay!
Listen to the rhythm of the fall.
All right, Terry, you've got one action left.
See, I like rain makes corn
Can
makes
I-
whiskey.
Can I trip him now?
If you want to.
Well,
Cats.
I know. Yeah, why not? I don't want him leaving the battle. I really don't all that much. I just want him to lay. I just want him to sit.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
Who are you talking about?
But
Yeah.
keep in mind, you are on top of the wagon.
Oh, then screw that. I thought I was down on the road.
Nah.
If I'm on top of the wagon and Therm is in the wagon, sitting next to me.
He
Oh,
is he's next to the wagon, using the wheel as cover.
Okay. My action is just I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna try to unjam this damn gun.
Okay. So you give your weapon a rap, a tap, and a rechamber. The faulty bullet comes spinning out, and a new one loads right where it's supposed to.
Okay.
Does she sports it?
All right. So next up on the list is Rex.
Wreck that feral.
All right. Yeah, I'm swinging at the one right in front of me.
Alrighty.
Mm.
I roll my melee attack on this, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is a hit.
And my damage because it's not my gun.
What's the damage on your weapon?
Well, the damage on my weapon is 2d6, but that's my auto slugger. I don't know if we
have
ever.
the sledgehammer on there?
What's that?
You don't have the sledgehammer on there?
No, I don't think we ever got the stats for that.
1d8.
Okay. I guess we did get the stats for it, and I just didn't realize.
It's on the weapon crate inventory.
Nice.
Sorry, I double clicked.
Okay.
First one.
So using the first one, okay. So you had this hammer at the ready. You just cleaved one of the heads off the raiders before these things showed up, and your blood is still raging from seeing your brother fall. So with a mighty blow that would make John Henry proud, you swing and impact this thing in the chest. It goes flying. You just hit a home run as the body of this wretched cartwheels into the air and lands 20 feet away. It's down. It's not moving.
Next. All right. I'm going to use my movement, and I'm going to go after. Why when I double click it doesn't do this? The one to the west of our employer.
This one right here? Okay.
And I'm moving within swinging distance.
You've only got one space of movement.
Oh, I don't have full movement?
You haven't moved yet, so no, you get full movement. Yeah, go ahead.
Boop. Okay. It won't let me move him, so you'll have to move.
Use the pointer. You're using the ruler.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, I missed that.
No, hold up. No, I'm
getting a lot of
I'm just getting a
lag with everybody.
There you go.
It's probably my end.
There we go. Thank you, whoever
You're
moved me. All right, and I'm going to do this in motion or with the run up. I'm going to pull back and just come swinging down with my sledgehammer on top of this thing.
All right.
Nice.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
Bang, bang.
Smash his pinky toe.
You charge at it in a rage. You have your hammer over your head. But that motion, it's not the best to aim. You bring it down and clip him in the shoulder. It rolls to the right from the impact, but doesn't take a lot of damage. It does look pretty rough, though. You see a lot of blood covering its torso from where Corva hit it earlier. So next on the roll is Thermidor.
Okay. Can I get a running start? Let's see. 3 spaces.
Ow,
So-
I was standing there.
So I can move here to get closer to these 2 targets, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to get a running start, and I'm going to toss a... Whoops. How do I move?
Just click and drag.
Nope.
Are you in mouse mode, though?
I thought I was.
Yeah.
Let me try that.
Okay, so I'm not the only
just
one.
doing the select.
There you go.
Okay. All right, and I'm going to toss my frag grenade to...
Yeah. Oh. Ooh, that's a little close to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my luck, I
Yeah.
didn't have hit him. Yeah, so I'm gonna hit this guy over here.
Okay.
If you do it in the middle, you might hit both him and the leader because look at their how the range. It's area of effect, right?
Yeah.
Are you metagaming?
Sorry. I yelled at.
Well,
Nice.
yell it
Are
out
you
then.
still on the ground? Oh no, he got up, didn't he?
Before you throw that,
if I-
consider where
if
you're
I-
aiming. No, I'm just kidding.
If I aim at that guy, I will probably land between the two and do damage to both. So hey, shut up and leave me alone. Okay, so what do I do?
Fair enough.
Just roll ranged.
Can we not bicker with each other while people are trying to kill us?
So you bring
would be
your
fun.
your next grenade up, bring it back, and throw, but you misjudge the throw and it lands right about there, doing no damage except mangling this corpse a bit more than it already is.
That's the definition of beating a dead horse.
He was twitching. He was twitching. We're not sure he was dead.
His blank stare was facing in the wrong direction.
I
It's,
get another attack.
Yes, you do.
we're in the middle of a storm. Casey's a little.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
oof.
You try and correct your aim, and you bring it back and throw. Unfortunately, this one lands right about there, doing no damage except to these other corpses. This one is pretty much pulp at this point.
I'd hate to see
Note
what
to
a zero
self.
looks like.
Note to
Good luck
self,
looting
Thermidor
anything from it
needs
next
to
at the end of the
practice
fight.
practice his grenade throw skill a lot.
All right, you've got one. Nope, you've done everything. So Gom is dead. So now we're back to the Wretched. Let's see.
Shit.
This one is going to charge directly at Thermidor.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, let's see. Come on, character sheets. There we go. And he's going to he's going to charge at you with the intent of hitting. He's going to slam into you with the force of its run.
I have a quick question.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Yeah.
Whoa.
With the D20 system, I'm going by memory. It's been years. Isn't there something called an attack of opportunity, where if they're coming into, they're running into people with a ranged weapon? That even
That's
if
only if it's
initiative is
trying
low-
to get away. If it's trying to disengage.
Right.
Oh, all right, okay. I knew it was something like that. I just couldn't remember.
Thank you.
So here comes the Wretched. It is pushing at you with a unusual, unnatural-looking speed, and it slams directly into you. It knocks you back, and it grapples you, and you go tumbling together, and you take 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
And I'm next to him, so I'm standing there like,
9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Like
2
what?
hit points.
With 3 damage being dealt to both Dango and Bog.
aw.
Quick question, Russ.
Yeah.
Remember, Russ? Just a quick question. Remember how you told us we went up a level? You told us 2 sessions ago.
Yes.
Shouldn't we have more hit points than what our character sheet showed? Did you already do that?
You should have rolled hit
I'm just saying
dice.
it could really make a big difference in this.
You should have rolled hit dice
Well, I know,
with the
but-
next level.
Oh.
Can we do that belated, since it could affect the entire outcome of this battle? Since we should.
Therm,
I'm
let's
just
say
saying.
you have 1 hit point left. You're not unconscious yet.
You're welcome.
Where are the hit dice, though?
It's just a D10.
A D10.
Yeah.
Alright. So 1d10, and that'll tell me how many hit points I have at level 2, right?
So
How many you get to
Bog
have?
and Dango, you both get hit with 3 points of damage from the secondary impacts of the Wretched
Yes.
nailing both nailing Therm.
So I get to add that many?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one more whole hit point.
That's
that
what
was
I'm
just practice
talking
rolls.
about.
All right. Huh. Oh, it won't let me edit my hit points.
Me either.
Yeah, we don't have access to our.
Go to the combat section of your character sheet.
It's not letting us edit it.
It's not?
Yeah.
No.
You hit edit, it takes
I
us to
think
the
you have to do
bio.
it, Ross.
Yeah.
I think you have to do it, Ross.
Do you
I'm
see
not
character
sure, though.
sheets?
I'm just guessing.
Wait,
Okay, go. The
modify.
first part is bio info. The next tab over is character sheet.
But when you hit edit
Right.
on character sheet, it takes you to the name.
You don't
the
go to
picture.
don't go to edit. You go to the character sheet itself and input it directly into the character sheet. Later, Mike.
Have fun, Mike. Hopefully, we'll
Later,
catch you
Mike.
on the other side.
I'll worry about the other stuff later.
So you guys are hurt. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. So now we've got this one. It is going to make a bite attack on Rex.
Ugh. Oh,
All right. This thing, moving ridiculously fast, grabs a hold of your arm and tries to sink its teeth into it. Just...
well,
But your skin is remarkably thick. It is Fessick skin after all, and its teeth don't do much but scratch an itch that you had there that's been bugging you for a little while.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Noticing it's going to keep
Tickle.
it's got its teeth into you. It's going to try and bite down again. You laugh as it's scratching you, but suddenly the scratch becomes pain as it sinks in and breaks the skin. Green ooze dribbling down its mouth from the wound it inflicted on you.
Somebody shoot this.
And that's going to be the extent of its turn. And that's both of the Wretched. So, Brian, you're up. You've been knocked down by the impact of the Wretched impacting Thermidor.
all right. I get knocked down, but I get up again.
He chumbawumbaed it.
Always with the music lyrics.
That's how I roll.
Yeah, because it's.
D&D, yeah. I'm terrible. Don't encourage me. Okay. Well, I guess getting up is an action, right?
Yes,
So that counts as one. That means I have two left, and they can both be attacks.
that is correct.
All right. Well, how you feeling, Rex? Rex? You need help over there?
Shoot.
Okay. Let's see. But I still have some. I still got some bullets left in here. I don't know why I'm suddenly Scottish, but that's fine.
All right.
All right. You take aim with the intent of aiding your friend in the distance, but with Rex thrashing to take the thing off, you don't really get a good shot, and the shot goes wide and does not hit.
Okay, so I'm not going to bother rolling for damage. Although it'd be funny if I rolled for damage and then like 20 feet behind there's a thermonuclear explosion. Let's just say that happened.
That's what you picture that happens in your mind before you took the shot.
Oh,
better.
this one contacts.
That
Sorry.
one does hit, so roll for damage.
You're the GM. I'm sorry. All right. All right, where's my roll?
Where is your roll?
I don't know. There it is.
There we
Hello.
go.
Critical.
So Rex manages to hold it still for long enough for you to get a good shot. You sight down it with Lucille and pull the trigger. The shot impacts in the side of the temple and blows half of its head apart. The teeth relax, it slumps to the ground in a heap and does not move again.
Usually they twitch, just letting you know. You ever watch Walking Dead? No, I'm just kidding.
Cool.
You killed it.
Yay.
All right, so next up is Min. She
girl.
sees what happened.
Still alive, huh? That's good.
Yep, she sees the impact of the Wretched into Thermidor and steps over all of the fallen bodies, takes her guardian spear, spins it into the air, and drives the point into the chest of the Wretched.
Woohoo!
It's because she's in love with me.
Excellent.
So, everybody knows.
She drives the spear home deep into the Wretched. It quivers from the impact, the blade sinking into its chest, presumably into the heart. She gives it a twist, and it doesn't move again.
Oh, there was only a little bit left, huh? Sweet.
Nice.
She pulls out her spear, shakes the gore off the tip, and turns and points the weapon at Ferman.
All right, so we now have
Your
two dead-
actions have caused the death of my patron, of the Reverend. You have committed sacrilege this day, good sir, and for that, retribution will come at my hand.
And I yelled, "That's what I'm talking about. You go, girl."
As you lay in
I'm
a
working
heap
on
on the
it.
ground.
I'm working on it.
She takes aim and fires.
Damn.
Damn it.
The shots ring true as a automatic burst of fire leaps from her rifle and impacts across Ferman's chest. He doesn't flinch, and it doesn't penetrate his armor.
Is that the leader?
That's
Ferman?
the guy that hired you.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
He's
Yeah,
a real
guy.
dick.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy I hate you. I'm still mad at him for throwing me into the dirt. So he made my jacket get dirty. I mean,
And
so-
Ferman's next. You think I'll give a flying fuck about sacrilege? The gods are dead as far as I'm concerned. The only thing that matters is survival. And you lot just doomed this entire region. You have any idea what the red shirts are capable of? I struck a deal that was the best deal for this region. And y'all just cocked it up. We're all doomed now. And the only chance we have
And
is
I
me
yell.
killing you lot and delivering those goods to them.
and I
And
go,
now I gotta do it
blah, blah,
myself.
blah, 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 blah. How many of your guys are dead? How many of us are still standing?
You underestimate me. That's your mistake.
No, we don't. Bye.
And he pulls something from his coat. It's not a weapon. It looks like a biomen syringe that he jabs into his chest.
This isn't good.
Oh, crap. I'm having a feeling that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And as you watch, he seems to suddenly convulse in pain. His muscles
Until
begin
he's gonna shoot you
to
with some kind of
bulge.
creature.
His neat pressed suit begins to rip and tear
Yeah. He's hulking out on us.
as the body of Ferman gives way.
To
that.
The hole. Yeah, just like I thought.
He
Except
goes
he's
from
better
what
looking,
you
though.
assumed was human, but the blotches on his skin reveal he was once a Fezzik Havzi. And now, what stands before you appears to be a full-fledged Fezzik.
Oh, like Rex?
Yeah, bigger than Rex. Bigger than Gome.
Well, I know that. I understand that. You're talking about the race, is sort of. Okay.
He pounds his fists together, the impact almost seeming to shake the ground. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Oh, yay.
I knew he was going to be a pain in the ass, but this is going a bit above and beyond.
Oh,
yay.
dear.
All right,
Let's start
so,
back in the waist.
but the other two wretches are gone, right?
All the wretches are dead.
Okay.
There we go.
Wait, what's that one next to? I don't know
He
who
just
that guy
hasn't
is down
X'd
there,
him off
but-
yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
There we go, and
Oh, Gome, that's who it is down there. Yeah.
yeah,
Which one died last time? That I
Gome
was there?
did.
Oh, so who's the one down there that looks like Shrek? You just X out the guy next to him.
That's
That's
Rex.
Rex.
Oh, I didn't realize that was his avatar. Okay, that's cool.
So he is going to advance on Rex.
Guys, I think we're gonna need bigger guns.
I think you're right.
And he is going to make a melee attack.
Oh,
That hits.
Ouch.
Let's see. I don't have an unarmed stat for him, so I'll do this. It's a backhand fist that strikes Rex in the chest and sends him sprawling backwards towards the party.
Whoa.
He's going to... Seeming satisfied, he takes his hand and drives it into the ground, creating a massive rumble that nearly rocks everyone off their feet. Everyone make a dexterity roll.
Oh.
It's a check, so roll under your stat.
Oh, where is that?
On the attributes portion of your character sheet.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. It's just basically just a regular dex, because you said under my stats, which confused me.
So dex check.
Okay.
How did I
Wait, do
roll
I have to take one
reflex?
too?
Yes, I said everybody.
I didn't
Oh.
catch that. Sorry. That's why I double checked. All right. Reflex.
This can't be
Well,
good.
you're
Reflex is
still on the
under,
ground, so it doesn't really bug you.
Under. It's under saves, so it should be under.
There we go.
Okay, so it looks like everybody cleared it. So everyone who's
I rolled it.
still on their feet. Bog, you're still prone from the impact earlier.
Right, but we're feats and talents, or is it under attributes? Or combat?
Attributes.
No, it's under combat.
You don't need to roll. You're already prone.
Oh, all right. Cool.
All right, so Ferman's done his. Corva, you're up.
I wanna shoot him.
Well, shoot him.
Do I have a clear shot though, or is Rex prone or?
Rex is prone, yes.
Okay,
And even
then he-
so, Ferman stands a good head and a half taller than Rex
All
at
right.
the moment.
Then I just yell at Rex to keep his head down. Keep his head down, and then I'm gonna shoot him.
Okie doke.
Okay. Da-da-da.
Hmm?
Come on.
What's going on?
I'm trying to shoot him. As Laura would say, I'm trying to shoot the Rakshasa.
Is it weird? All I could think of was the scene from the first Jurassic Park at the beginning.
Oh.
No,
the raptor
not wrong.
in the cage. Shoot! Ah! Shoot! Ah! No. Oh. Mr. GM.
You take your shot. He's a big target. He's a very big target. It seems unlikely that you'd be able to miss him. You sight in, aiming
no.
for his throat. The shot streaks out and goes right over his shoulder.
All right. For my, let's see. For my I want to get a little bit closer, so I'm gonna head there.
So
Okay.
you're gonna hop down from on top of the wagon?
Yeah, that'll be my my what? My bonus? What's that?
That's your move.
My move. And then I'm gonna
Oh,
shoot
it'd be
him.
cool if you-
I'm gonna shoot
You
him.
need to get wagon and bison icons because it'd be cooler.
I just jumped off the damn wagon, rolled, and 3-point, and shot. Boom.
So what you're saying
Nope.
is you're
God
off the
damn
line.
it.
You hop down from the top of the wagon and run forward to try and get a better shot. You sight in from the hip and fire, and the shot streaks out and hits him right in the upper pectoral and seems to bounce off his own flesh.
Poop. All right, that's me.
All right, next on the roll is Rex, who is not here. So I'm going to pull up his sheet and drive him for... up, there he is. All right. Rex doesn't like to be thrown around. So he's gonna vault up to his feet and charge back at Ferman. And with a gluttural howl, a war cry of the Fessick, he strikes. Oh, not with that one. My mistake. All right, and there it is.
Is that purposeful background music you're throwing in?
That's not me. I
Or
think
somebody
that's,
just playing
that-
something
there he
in the
is.
background?
It's Brian.
I was just trying to make sure. I was like, it sounds a little odd for this game, but that's cool.
He
It's
takes
boss
his
battle. I
sledgehammer
needed something boss
and
battle-y.
with a yell, "Rah!" strikes at Ferman right square in the chest. He staggers back a moment, but doesn't seem too phased. He looks down at Rex and
Wait, what's he using?
grins.
You say he does this. He's a weapon?
He's using a
Or is he-
sledgehammer.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. Sorry.
He's going
When
to
did he
swing
come with a
again.
sled? I don't remember him having that. Okay.
Yeah, he's always a sledgehammer.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah. And he's going to swing again with damage of... He gives another yell. And strikes. Ferman staggers again and grins at the grazes that he's been given. You do your people credit.
So he still has the accent in Hulk form, huh?
Yes, he does.
That's cool.
Thermidor, you're up. He's not here, so I'm piloting him too. Okay. So Therm is going to toss one of his frag grenades. Therm hops back up just brushing off some of the gore from the wretched that charged him that Min easily dispatched. He pays it no mind, focusing instead on the giants that Ferman has become, looking in awe and looking down at his pistols and then at his frag grenade and thinking, yeah, I'm going to frag this guy. He pulls the pin and tosses. It lands directly between Ferman's feet and explodes in a shower of dirt and sod and dust. He's still standing, but he's now nicely charred from the impact.
Nice.
His what's the language on the show? His general nutsack should be a little bit scorched.
It wasn't better. That wasn't better.
Dice bag.
Okay.
Sorry, yes. You can edit this, Ross. That's good. Make more work for you.
His testes are toasted.
All right, he sees the impact. He grins at the accomplishment. I'm helping. He pulls another pin and throws his next grenade.
Go Therm.
Go Therm. Go Therm. Go Therm. Go Therm. Go Therm. Go Therm.
Yay!
Is that...
Morals
that is
to
not a
forge.
natural 20, but that's not bad.
Uh-huh.
The grenade lands in the exact same spot and explodes again. And Ferman is starting to look a little frazzled. He's still
Left
determined.
one. There goes the left one.
He's still
There goes
focused,
the right
but
one.
he's taking some nice scraps here. And that is going to be all of Therm's turn. So next up is Brian.
All right.
Get him. Get him.
Oh, yeah. All right. First, I'm going to move 3 paces and flank next there. All
Okay.
right? And then I'm going to hold up. I need to think about this for a second. Because I'm just ranged, right? I don't have any. I have a sawed-off shotgun, a 12 gauge,
There you
and
go.
it's got a 10-foot range, and I'm fairly certain that this is 10 feet. Yep.
But
Yeah, I'm
is
good.
it loaded?
I'm good. Oh, you betcha!
Sweet Bippy.
Thank you that it's loaded.
Yeah. I like that. Sweet Bippy.
All right.
Yes, I'm old enough to remember laughing.
All right. Time to.
Oh, yeah. Laughing.
roll.
Okay.
All right. Ranged.
Roll damage.
All right. This one's a 2d8.
Okay.
Bam!
Nice.
Thank you.
You
I'm
pull your
reserving my comment
shotgun.
for the results.
You see the damage that this son of a bitch has caused. You look around at all the death and destruction around you. You don't care about his excuses. You don't care about what he has to say. You want this guy to die. He has hurt your friends. He's sent good people to their deaths, and he's hindered your mission. And that's not going to stand. So you draw your double-barreled shotgun. You rush forward and aim this thing at the son of a bitch's face.
This is the second time you said he's a son of a bitch. Which one is his real name? I'm just kidding.
Limey bastard.
He's a little limey
Yeah, I like that
zombie.
Finish him.
What?
Finish him.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. I'm gonna. One more shot.
Make it hurt.
No! Oh! What happens?
All right, Brian, take him down.
I get one more attack?
How are you going to take him down?
In other words, how you want to do this?
Thank you.
I get an extra attack.
No.
No, he's dead, dude. How do you
Tell
want to
us
make it
how
look?
you kill him.
Oh.
I try to sound cool. I try to do my own thing, and it
I
flies right over you
know.
guys' heads. Come on, finish him.
Finish
He's thinking ahead of the fate system already. So
I know.
I sweep out his leg, right? I sweep out his leg. I drop the shotgun. I stick Lucille right in his eye, right into his brain cavity. And I pull the trigger. His head explodes, and it flies everywhere. He's gone.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he falls forward, and I get caught under him.
And Corva gets a very big laugh out of this.
No cool catchphrase.
And I exclaim with a howl, "Get him off of me!"
Min is
Hey,
at your
since the
side
fight's
in a moment, adding her strength to try and lift you up. She's not doing too much, but she's trying.
I help her. I said, I got
Reg-
your back, babe.
Thermidor is also right next to you, trying to lift up as well, but I mean, he's not doing much better than Min.
All right. I'd like to make an action of taking the little bit of leverage that they've got and dragging myself out of it.
Okay. As you try and pull yourself out, Rex walks up above, grabs Ferman's body by the neck, and pulls it up enough for everyone to get out of the way.
Ugh.
Oh, by the way,
Letting
when
the
he
body
dies,
fall flat again.
Smelled like old cabbage in there.
I have a question. When he
Yeah.
dies, is there any sign that does he unmutate, or does he stay this way?
For the moment, he
You know how,
seems to
like,
be
a-
staying the way he is.
All right. I was just curious.
Min looks at the body, looks around at the battlefield, and nods to herself. The Reverend is avenged.
I get down on one knee. I look at Min. Marry me. Battlefield proposal.
She gives you a light
And then I
tap
say,
in the
"No,
temple with her
just kidding."
guardian spear.
What does that mean?
That's a no.
Oh. I said, I will wear you down. Trust me. I'm very convincing when I'm in love.
Gangren takes this moment to step back from around the cart,
I was
seeing...
going to turn around and look to see how far his bastard ran.
No, he took cover behind the cart. He didn't...
Oh, he did. Okay.
But as he stands up and looks around, he seems to have composed himself as he walks forward, looking ashamed and contrite. I'm sorry about that.
That's why you hired us, isn't it?
I didn't expect to see Wretched. But
Yeah, I didn't expect to see Wretched
It's all
or
right,
this
man.
guy over here.
the,
We
But
saw
we
your
took care of
face.
you did.
But-
You more than earned what you're owed, but unfortunately the man who pays all of us is lying dead right there.
That's all right.
Then let's loot his pockets.
Drinks are on you.
I gotta loot his pockets.
Let's go through some
No
pockets.
one else has called it. I'm saying I'm looting his pocket.
All right,
Sorry,
everyone
I'm
make
talking-
search rolls
What
then.
are you talking
if
about?
you're
The
going to
only
start
one he
looting.
is. I've got two
Oh
people.
no, you said it right after I did. Unless this is a.
Right. We're in the armpit
Well,
of the
she can-
world,
she
and
can
we're
fight
not
me
even
for it,
getting
and I'll let her
paid.
win, but
Yeah, but we
I'm
have
just kidding.
wagons
I'll
full
share
of water.
anything I find.
Where's that? Where's
Phineas, it looks like we're going to need to make use of the guys that you know.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, damn.
All right, Brian, as you start rifling through the bodies of the particular Mr. Ferman, being the first one you go for, you find
Killed him.
two impressive-looking weapons. The first is a Lieberhaus rifle. This is a weapon of the Old Kingdoms, built
German,
by one of the
of course.
finest manufacturers of that age. This is a relic of a weapon that is quite valuable, but also quite effective.
You got to give me the stats for that one.
I'll share them with you later. Also on his body is a Lieber long knife. This is a very large hunting knife that might as well be a sword if it were a little longer.
Is it
not
like
a knife.
Crocodile Dundee?
That's a knife.
It's a Bowie knife, yeah. Thank you.
That does not make sense.
Let's see. You
Whoa.
rolled
Wait,
a
what
1,
doesn't make sense?
Terry.
It's showing a 15 on the screen.
It's showing a -1 on my screen.
Yeah.
It's showing a negative
Yeah.
1, but it's showing a 15 on my
Are
screen.
you looking at Phineas or yours?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a 15. Well, I rolled a 15. It came out to
You rolled a
15 on mine.
15,
Yours
you had a
says
-1? Okay.
Also on
you
Ferman's
rolled
body
that
is
one,
about
too.
600 steel chips. That's a fair amount of cash.
Oh, the only way she would get a -1 is if it was a natural one that she rolled in and there was a negative for her.
I
search.
did.
She rolled a natural 1.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. Okay.
Yeah.
And I had a
Korva-
-2.
Korva, you go for the first raider body that you find, but it's been so badly mangled and pulped by one of Thermidor's grenades that there's nothing valuable on this thing.
Okie dokie.
Phineas,
Mhm.
you first go for Ferman's body, but Brian's already looted the weapons off it, and he is marveling at these things. But what you find is you pick up the vial that Ferman used to inject himself, to which he fessicked out on you.
Whoa.
That has to be.
It's only got a trace amount of the serum left in it. Not enough to really make a difference, but
one-
enough for you to give to someone to figure out what it was.
I'll give it to Therm for. He can put it in his info. He can look. He can analyze it later.
Be careful with that thing.
You move on
There
to the Wretched and one of the raiders nearby, and you find a auto slugger of your own.
I offer it to Corvo.
About 6 pounds of armor scraps and 2 biomend needles.
I think Therm needs
I
one
offer
of
the
those.
auto slugger. I offer the auto slugger to Corvo if she wants it. I'll give her first choice. If she doesn't want it, I'll let someone else have it. I don't need it.
Hell yeah, I'll take something better than a 22.
You
Alright,
take
give
the
it
light
the
machine gun.
Is there extra ammo he had on him too, or whoever?
He had about 120 rounds of ammo.
All right, so give all of that to Corvo.
Therm manages to salvage about 10 pounds of armor scraps, a double-barreled shotgun, and all of the raiders' scrap pistols, about 6 in all.
Can I at least get the some of the ammunition from my pistols? Does that have extra ammo?
He offers some of
Any that?
the
Or no,
ammunition
I'll
to
ask
you.
Mike.
Rex looks around the corpses, finds a fireman's axe, a long-arm rifle, and he walks over to the body of Gome, treating it with respect, but picking up the super sledge.
Nice.
He's the only other person who can carry it.
I just want to ask.
I will
well,
do
can
you.
I- can
I'll
I-
do you proud, brother. I'll do you proud.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask Min if she'll stick with us after this mission. Like, she's family now. Hopefully, my wife later, but she's family now.
Before we discuss anything of further plans, we must get to Payne's Pike before more raiders arrive, and bring bring the Reverend's body to the Temple of Kulau.
Yes, we
That's
must. We must give him the proper respects of whatever your religious thing calls for. By the way, I'm willing to convert if it helps. I mean, I'm just saying.
You would not
Phineas.
be suited as an acolyte of Kulau. Besides, the acolytes of Kulau are Siner. You are human.
Say that again.
Corva.
What was this? What?
Was this about human? Oh.
You did not know.
Are we? Is there a racist thing?
It is not a racist thing. The acolytes of Kulau are created. I am Siner, a bioengineered being, similar to humans, but different.
So you're human plus.
I do not claim to be superior to humans in any way, but I was
I
not
didn't say
born.
superior.
I was made.
Mm-hmm. So was my mom. So what does that say about me?
Oh,
Can you read my palm?
She shakes her head. It is how I
That's
was
not
able
one
to
thing.
call upon my patron's aid. The Siner are blessed with such boons.
That's what my mom used. This is amazing. This is why we should get married. My mom said the same thing to me when I was a little kid.
I highly doubt
And she
that.
said I was made. She said there was. My mom told me literally there was
Corva
no
pulls
father.
out her gun
And, then,
and points it at
it was just like-
Phineas's head.
and I'm just gonna shut up now because I got nothing.
Leave her alone.
I gave you ammo and a gun. Come on,
Phineas
help me out a little
Fogg.
bit.
Open mouth, insert foot.
Yeah. Oh.
No,
And then I just kind of
It's
turn
on your
around and
hair.
walk back
You-
towards the. Now, is there any other body I haven't had a chance to?
You can do another search roll if you like.
You don't mind? It would be nice to just, actually do something in this game. Search.
what? You've been doing a lot. You wouldn't believe the stuff you
Yeah,
did.
you took out one of the raiders.
No, I meant like, I'm a ranger that can't see anything. I'm a ranger that can't find anything. I'm a ranger that can't smell anything.
We'll fix that when we
that's
do
what
the
leveling up
conversion
is
to
all about.
fates.
Yeah. And
All right,
also,
so you
you're-
look around
what-
at a couple more of the raiders, and on their bodies you find a few pounds of armor scrap that might be worth something. You find several more biomend needles, and a double-barreled shotgun.
Geez, these guys share needles a lot, don't they? They remind me of my hometown.
And a
here,
what shotgun?
Where I'm living.
A double-barreled shotgun.
That seems to be a very common weapon
Full
these
length?
days.
Full length.
Yay.
I'd saw it off.
Gangrene takes stock of everything, looks to the wagons, making sure they're not damaged, and then looks to the second one. I'm gonna need some help with Gome. I'm not gonna leave him out here.
All right.
I understand. I volunteer Rex for that because he's stronger than everybody else, and also because I don't want to do it.
Rex gives you a look that screams murder.
Phineas, shut the hell up.
I can't hear you. I just ran. I just told you. I run. What part of that didn't you hear?
Huh.
I'm already at the wagon by now.
Rex walks over and, as gently as he can, lifts Gome's body and takes it to the second wagon to lay it out next to the body of the Reverend.
All right. Before, seeing as though he ran, Phineas, did you run back to the wagon I'm at? Because I ran back up here.
Well, there's two wagons.
Right.
Yes, it would have been that one.
All right.
I'll be fair. It would have
I'm
been
gonna-
the one.
I'm gonna-
easiest to
I'm gonna
where- no,
just-
it would've
I'm-
been- no, wait. Wait. It would have been the other one because see where I am. It would have been the one directly. Hey, close enough. We'll go with it.
Either way, I'm walking back from the wagon. I'm gonna walk by wherever Phineas is. I'm gonna cold cock him right in the face.
Yes.
But I actually didn't deserve it. I
Yeah,
gave
you totally
money.
deserve
Oh, you
it.
totally deserved it.
So
Okay,
what do you?
I headed that way.
So, do I have any melee? I'm gonna give him some damage.
Out of character for a second. Is Therm
I've
still,
already gone down twice.
Is Therm what?
still on the ground?
Now, he's gotten back up and was searching corpses.
Okay.
He's already looking over his junk to see what he can make of it, and he's kind of blocked out the rest of the world in his own little. He's currently in his own little crafting menu.
I was worried about him.
All right, let me look at my defense. Hold on.
All Are you actually
think it's
trying
like-
to
I'm really
hurt him
actually
badly?
punching the fuck out of him. Oh, pardon my language.
It's okay. This is under Busy Little Beaver. You can
Okay,
say
yeah,
what you
okay,
want.
then I feel better.
Alright, combat.
I want him to
defense
hurt.
is 13. If you beat a 13, you hit me.
So
No,
you hit
I
him,
rolled an 11.
but you don't
I did.
do any damage.
Okay. He gets the message
Well,
though.
there's got to be at least.
And then I walk over to
Yeah,
help
I
them
go,
pull
ow!
his friend.
Gangren looks back
What'd I
towards the
do?
second cart, and
What'd I do?
his head falls again. I need another driver.
To me.
Oh,
Who's
that's
good
right,
with
he was one of the
Biox?
Who's good with who?
Biox. Who can drive the other wagon because that dude died?
If you can determine
Shoot,
this by
I don't
making
know.
a animal handling roll, if you like.
Okay.
Better not be me. It might be.
If you don't want to, you don't roll.
I'm looking to see if I even have that skill. I don't think I do.
I don't think I do either.
So I would.
Yes, you do.
Oh, there. Where?
You used it when you crossed the
Handle
river.
animal.
So, Brian, you really don't know much about Biox other than the fact that they stink. What limited knowledge you have has really been learned over the last few days in the caravan, observing Gangren and Gome as they have tended to the Biox. Terry, Corva, on the other hand, you have a fair amount of knowledge with Biox. Tell us where this knowledge and experience came from.
Pretty much traveling through and actually kind of understanding animals a little bit better than people. And a special affinity for big-eyed softies like Biox.
Phineas, you actually have a little knowledge of Biox as well. Where did you gain this knowledge?
Well, I mean, how did I not gain this knowledge? Having to move around and hide and run from people that I conned all these years. I had to get in occasionally and go, let's go. And over time, you pick up, skills.
It had nothing to do with having to hide out in a Biox.
I had to commandeer some Biox wagons occasionally in the past.
Then there was
make it
that
run
week
for
you
it.
had to
So-
spend hiding in a barn.
What the fuck happened?
Third
Hi,
wife-
Rex.
You got handled
My third
badly,
wife-
is what happened.
my
'Cause I wasn't
and my
rolling.
third wife. The only reason my third wife even is my third wife is because her father did a shotgun wedding because of that barn incident. So we don't like to talk about that. So
What?
So
Don't
what
ask
happened,
me.
Rex, is that the Wretched were all dealt with, and Ferman injected himself with something that turned him into an oversized Fessick. He then
like a Hulk.
did a back fist to you, which sent you flying about 10 feet.
He
But
slapped you like a 4-year-old at Kmart.
but you got a couple good hits on him with your sledgehammer before Therm got a few grenades in, and then Brian finished him off with a double-barreled shotgun blast to the face.
Nice.
Then Lucille to finish.
And
and
let's
then
not
he
even
fell on
talk
top of
about
him.
what happened.
So as everyone
Won't even
looted
talk about what happened
stuff
down.
around, and you respectfully picked up Gome's super sledge,
Nice.
telling him that you would make him proud as a brother.
And then
And I
the-
volunteered to.
the rest of us,
Sorry.
after me punching Phineas in the face, the rest of us are going to try and help you bury your friend.
I should probably mention that there is still one raider on the field, running as fast as he can away from the battlefield.
That's right. You run. You tell your people what happened here today, so that you don't mess with Corva.
Are any of us
saying.
going to, I mean, really, are any of us going to be able to run after?
He
Hey,
is
where is
out
he?
of weapons range. There's a potential that you could catch him, maybe.
Yeah,
We've got
Corva,
like
you
auto
could.
sluggers and.
I've got this. Do I have the speed? I mean, I was up here. Where is he? I don't even know where he's at.
Down
I didn't
here.
know anybody on the board. Oh, way down there?
Yeah, where's that dude?
Oh, God, I didn't even see him. See what happens when you don't scroll
Well, you
down.
were busy hitting me over something stupid.
Nah, keep hitting him.
Oh, so he's dead? Also?
No, he ran
that's
away.
that's the closest I could find to a fear symbol.
Oh, he's afeared.
Yeah. He saw
hold
what was
on,
happening
after-
to his buddies and thought, "Yeah, I'm not getting paid enough for this. I'm
Can
outta
I
here."
grab my new shotgun and run after the bastard?
If you like to,
Sure.
you can make all three. You're not in a. So make a. Let's go with. What's skill?
Do they have like a pursuit type thing? I can't remember. She used it a little bit of a disadvantage because she was way back slapping me around.
Make a Constitution save.
Save? I
Yeah.
just roll Constitution?
Yeah, just roll Constitution.
Oh, Jesus.
So you start to take after him, but you're pretty winded from the fight, and he's still gaining distance.
Now, that doesn't make sense.
I wasn't sure what stat
I
to
have
go
to
for, so
agree.
I
I
just
think it
picked
would be
Constitution.
No, it doesn't. See, the
Dexterity.
problem is it doesn't make
She's
sense.
running.
Hold
Dexterity?
on. You told me to roll Constitution. I have a 6. How did
I
I
think he
end
was-
up with a 2?
You rolled a 4
Oh, I have a minus
plus
2 modifier. Forget it.
You have a plus 2 modifier. Yeah, minus 2. Sorry.
Minus 2 modifier.
You want to roll Dex instead?
I know where you were going. I was going to say, Ross, the only thing I'm thinking is you were thinking of like her wind to let for a long run.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be Dex to see if she could catch up with him? But it's up
Well,
to
that's
you.
what I was just saying. If you can roll Dex if you want to, see if you can catch up.
It's better.
That's better. So as you feel yourself slowing down from that cramp and wind, suddenly you get a burst of energy. Your second wind is kicked in, and you start hauling ass and gaining ground.
Cool.
So
Where
what do
am
you
I?
do?
Whoa. Corva is pissed.
I'm just thinking he's a scout. I don't really want him to go back to the home and inform everybody that we're tired. So I'll get within what's the range on the the
10
new
feet.
double barrel? 10 feet?
Yeah.
As she's running, I yell, "Try to keep him alive. We might be able to get some information."
And I just once again roll my eyes. I will shoot him.
Okay.
Now, seeing as though it's not on deck on my page yet, what are my stats on it?
The double barreled is
2d8. Well, for the damage, I don't know what it is here.
I
yeah,
have to-
2d8.
Range and all that.
So, but I need to roll just a.
Just roll ranged attack bonus.
If you're able to get that close, you should get him. So hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, roll damage.
Yes.
And a 2d8.
2d8.
Yep.
Welcome
Make
back,
him
Mike.
go squish.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mike. So 8. He takes 8 damage.
All right, you sprint up next to him. The idea of fatigue alien to your mind as you get close enough to draw your weapon, your brand new shotgun, and fire from the hip. It catches him to the side, and he stops and rolls to the ground onto his back, looking up to you in terror. Please, no! I'm done. I'm not armed. I surrender. I surrender.
I put the gun to his face and yell for backup. Rex!
At this point, Gangren is catching up with the carts in tow. Phineas, are you in the second one?
What the?
Yeah. Well, assuming that the second one was where you see me, because I didn't know if it was
Phineas, you're
this way,
the
or
second.
the other way.
You're the second best driver. You should be driving.
getting ready to drive, she ran off to go get this guy. We didn't establish I was going to start driving now. We just established I could, theoretically, replace what's his face.
Chips are down, man. You gotta step up or step aside.
I mean, can we hear them? Yeah. All right. Let's go. Yeah. Min, you coming to the wait, Min, you sitting next to me?
I have points.
I gotta make sure Min sit next to me.
Actually, it's animal handling.
Animal handling.
Yeah, because we have to drive the oxen.
Yeah, because Gone died. And I actually ended up having the skill, which makes sense. But,
It would be you.
Yeah, I have no points in handle animal.
Yeah,
So
the Techno Reaper cult really isn't big on livestock.
Yeah.
A lot of fungal paste
worry
in
about
the
it, I got it.
past.
I got it. As long as Min sits next to me. I said, Min, come on. Let's go. Where you going?
She opts to hop into the front cart sitting next to Gangren.
Oh, sure. Be that way. Play hard to get. All right. Let's go.
So, Corva, you've got this raider at your mercy.
And Rex is with me, right?
Yes, he is. If he didn't look terrified before from getting a load of buckshot at an almost point-blank range, he sees a very angry Fessick standing above him, and what color there was is gone from his face and is currently pooling around him as his blood leaks out.
I just want to, I just ask, I said, I'm only going to ask you this once. Where were you running to?
Away from here.
Not good enough. Who were you going to notify?
No one. I'm done with raiding. If it has anything to do with facing people like you again, I'll be a farmer.
Yeah, we're moving up there.
Where was your camp?
Go on, Bison.
I've been with Ferman for the last 2 weeks. Since my boss gave him the deal, I've been stuck with him in the city.
I'd like to test out the super sledge.
I'm unarmed.
Where was your camp?
Before I went to Ferman, I was in the main camp, in the old ice cream factory.
Okay.
Dango, I'm going to leave it up to you.
I say we take him into town.
Fine.
I won't resist. I'll go peacefully. Can I get a bandage though? I'm gonna die from this bleeding.
I just grab him, pick him up, and start walking him towards the wagon.
He is bleeding profusely.
The one that I'm.
We'll get you patched up.
No, I mean, Corva, you're getting blood all over yourself.
Yeah.
It might be too late by the time we.
And I've got dirt and oxen spit on me. I don't think it matters much anymore. Not the least of which is I am.
Do you have any medical skill?
Covered in fur.
Oh, Min, can you help this guy?
Just use one of the biomen. Just use one of the biomen needles.
The biomen needles. Okay. I got a bunch of those.
Not the one that makes them Hulk out. Not the one. That
I
makes
got
them
a
Hulk
bunch
out.
of those.
Just
I'll
saying.
use one.
Okay, you stick him with the needle. The bleeding stops, and the skin seems to patch itself together over the next few moments. And healed, he still remains obedient and docile, and very much afraid.
Into a Hulk, which is cool.
Despite being healed, he's afraid one of you is going to take his head off at any moment.
And we will.
You're gonna play nice.
Party.
Test us.
That I have contacts.
You're not gonna die quickly.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Just so we're clear.
I yell out. I don't yell out because I'm now the way closer to. Hey, I'm just saying. Even Gangrene acknowledged this. I got contacts in town. Let's find out what he can do to tell us, who we should be worried about when we go into town, so that we don't have any problems trying to finish this mission. Who is your boss? I ask him. Besides the guy that just died, hulking out.
What do you
Who
work
else in
for?
town?
The boss
Who
of
does-
the
Yes,
Red Shirts
exactly.
is Leslie Tered.
Is what?
Leslie Tered.
Leslie?
Yeah.
Is that a man or a woman? That could be either.
It's a guy. He's a guy. He's
And
he's
have
a
I
very
ever-
frightening
Ross, have I
guy. Not
heard
as
of
frightening
him?
as you, but still frightening.
Right, because I have contacts, have I heard of this guy?
Yes, you have heard of this guy. It's the Red
Everyone-
Shirts
who do I know
are
about him?
you were briefed about the Red Shirts both before the convoy started and by Gangrene shortly after you discovered several Red Shirt corpses before you forded the river.
Yeah, I just found it in my notes.
Yep.
That was
Right,
the
so they're
note we
like
pulled off
mafia-
of those dead bodies. It was from Leslie.
So they're basically like the mob of this region. Or something like that.
It's not really like a mob, just a gang.
Okay, and did this gang, if we took this guy out, the guy that hulked out, I forget his name, are they? If this
Ferman?
guy confirms we took him out, yeah. If this guy confirms that we took him out and his followers, are they going to respect us, or are they more likely to want to take us out because of that, or recruit us? One of the. What do I think, as far as?
Ferman was sending his supplies through caravans like yours. He'd send them out, he'd let us know where they were, and then we'd sack them. But you guys weren't where you were when you were supposed to be, and we missed you. So we were told to take out a different one instead.
So I ask him one more. I just want to ask one more thing. Leslie, this leader of your Red Shirts, will Leslie, if you confirm we took out Ferman, will Leslie respect an offer to replace Ferman as a person that
Phineas?
handles the deals and the trade?
Phineas, if you keep talking, I'm gonna blow your head off.
Yeah. This is what I do. Don't take this away from me, buddy. I know what I'm doing. I think
The only place those bastards belong is either in a jail cell at the hangman's noose or shot dead.
If
Couldn't we
anything,
have
I
just
prefer
waited for the
squishy.
answer to the question?
Leslie's gonna be pretty
All right,
pissed
do it
to
your
know
way.
that Ferman's gone. We had a decent deal before your caravan went where it wasn't supposed to be, or when we couldn't find you.
I look at Dango. And I say, "What up? Cover your ears." To the prisoner, I say, we're trying to figure out what we're walking into. Do you what I'm trying to do here? Trust me, I got this. Don't trust me? Oh wait,
They
I
will. I don't trust you, and they will kill us the first opportunity they get. The only reason I spared this guy's life is because he knows things that we can use. But the moment that we let him out of our sight, he is a liability. He lives only long enough to tell us what we need to know. After that, there is no reason why we should leave him alive.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I get an update on the status of my character?
You are a little bruised, a few cuts here and there, especially when that Wretched charged right into you and knocked you and several other people down. But it's nothing major. You managed to recover almost all the raiders' scrap pistols, some scraps of armor, and
Any pieces for my little buddy?
well, you got all the scrap pistols.
You got scrap pistols.
Okay.
And didn't you get some biomed?
Yes, you
needles?
got a couple biomend needles, and you spent the time while everyone else was looting corpses and going after the stray raider. You started looking over your stuff and started seeing what you could salvage and craft from it.
Okay.
You also
sure.
nailed Ferman with 2 of your frag grenades.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. And right now we're interrogating the last raider.
The convoy is now on its way to Payne's Pike, and as the caravan is moving, several people are interrogating the wounded raider.
Okay. Can I create a little a device that could help with the interrogation? Something that gives maybe a little light shock, perhaps.
Most of what you salvaged from the raiders there was mechanical. I'm not sure if there's anything that was electrical that you could use.
Okay.
But you can make a crafting roll to be sure.
Well, for instance,
real quick, Mike, I gave you something. Go ahead. Sorry.
Was I able to salvage anything from my little robot buddy?
Again, everything that you salvaged was mechanical.
Okay. All right.
Do you remember? All right. I just want to say, I'm not trying to interrupt but I gave you, Mike, the guy. You didn't hear this part because you were gone. The guy that injected himself and became the Hulk. I call him Hulk, but he had a little bit left in a vial, and I handed it to you. I don't know if you have a chemistry skill or something like that besides mechanical skills, but I gave it to you to possibly analyze for the future. There's not enough left for somebody to change from what Ross is saying, but it's possibly valuable. It could be analyzed. I don't know what your skill set is.
It doesn't look like a biomend needle. This is something completely different.
I don't think I'd be able to do much with it, honestly, but I'll hold on to it. Okay, so I'm going to craft mechanical.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to create some kind of device that will help with the interrogation.
The guy is already terrified. I mean, he was dying when after Corva shot him, and although he's fully healed, he is absolutely scared out of his mind.
So he's been cooperating.
Well, now he's got a little extra incentive.
I kind of pull. Now, am I driving the cart?
Gangren is driving the first cart,
I'm driving
and
one of them.
Phineas is driving the second one. Phineas is driving Gun's cart.
And
So
Brian
he's
is
back with the water and the
guy in the
corpses.
cart I'm in.
You're in the front. Everyone else is in the front cart. There's no more room in the back.
I kind of pull Dango aside, and I'm like, he wouldn't be a bad thing to have in case we need a decoy.
True. And think about this. He knows the layout of their camp, if they're still there. He knows the layout. He knows their tactics. He knows who's who. My only concern is that even though Ferman gave our names, he actually knows our faces. He's the only one who does.
Yep. I say we try to keep him alive as long as possible, and if we come across another band of them, see what we can do to use them to our advantage.
And I'm not going to pretend or try to roll to see if I hear this, but I just pipe up and say,
"You're in another cart."
You're in the second cart, George.
That's why I know that. That's why I said I'm offering this information without anything to do with you guys' conversation. I simply pipe up because I thought about this. Mm-hmm. Hey, ask him if there's some special passwords or something that we need to know to get through somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's got nothing to do with you guys' conversation.
Well, keep that in mind, George.
Payne's Pike up ahead.
I swear I am
Who's
so
George?
glad we're near
George?
Who's George?
I'm sorry. We'll keep that in mind, Bog.
I will hug him and squeeze him and call him George.
And men, by the way, I got warm blankets back in my cart. Just saying. My wagon.
Gangren looks back. Heads up. We're coming up on Payne's Pike.
All right.
Up ahead, you see sprawled out ahead of you is a large stone wall that rings the city of Payne's Pike. Rising up from Payne's Pike itself looks like this massive ramped structure suspended by large, what appears to be stone columns. The legend of Payne's Pike said that once this area was part of a massive road system built by the Old Corps, the Titans of the Ancient Age, a road that spanned the entire world. That would take you from one continent to another across everywhere. Now it's not much but this ramp and a platform suspended high in the air. The city has grown over the centuries to encompass the area around this ramped structure out to this stone wall. And you can make out figures dotting this wall. The pikemen, the city guards of Payne's Pike.
Is one of them named Christopher? See what they did there? I'm just kidding. Bad joke. Sorry. Anyways, carry on.
That's a sight I never get tired of seeing, even under these circumstances.
Take
Any of you
a
ever been to
peek.
Payne's Pike before?
I give Gangren a look. I look down at my arms. Kind of scratch my face and I go, got anything I can hide in?
Payne's
Is
Pike's a
anybody
pretty
in my wagon?
metropolitan city. They don't worry too much about what you look like here.
I wish I could believe you.
In the lower part of the city anyway. In the upper they get a little I've never had any problems, and look at me.
That's not the right term.
Okay. I pat him on the shoulder and I say, trusting you on this, big guy.
What's the word for snobbish.
Yeah, they get a little snobbish. You know, all the wealthy people are up there.
I don't mind hanging out in the underbelly of a city. Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be a target straight off the bat from my fur.
Min looks to you. You have nothing to fear, Corva. As Gangren said, the city is open and welcoming. It is a trade hub. People of all kinds come in and out. You will be welcomed here.
Good, because we have a couple of wagons full of water that we just inherited.
Yes, but first we must make to the temple. It is on the upper platform.
Sounds good to me. I back out of and into the covered part of the wagon just to... because I still don't trust it.
Let's see. Bog, the second wagon is a little unpopular. The only things back there is the water and the corpses and you. George?
Yeah, my guy gets like, he's getting bored. He's like very much like a narcissist. So he's kind of like, okay, so he's talking to the bisons or whatever they're called. He's going, yeah, it's like to be me. And then he keeps looking over. Whenever he sees men, he goes, what's up, baby? All right, when we get to that temple, you let me know. I got my mom. We got more to talk about. And then he keeps drinking from his flask, and he just keeps driving that bison, whatever it's called, and hoping that she comes around someday. That's all he cares about right now because everybody hates him. No, I'm just kidding. But he's just kind of alone. He's a little lonely. He likes an audience, and he's got no audience right now. So he's like talking to the bison.
Who is close? Okay, so Gangren and Min are sitting in the front of the wagon. Who is closest to the front?
I was, and I just pulled back.
Okay.
I mean, Min seemed like she was right next to unless you move. But
No, she's been in the front of the wagon the whole time, sitting in the front.
good.
And I had
So let's
popped
keep
my head
talking.
between the two of them.
All right, so Terry, make a
Cock
search
blocking.
check. Let's go with
Nice.
search.
Attribute search. That's what I get. I have a -2 on search.
So, also, Phineas, you have been to Pain Spike before. You've been just about everywhere, so you know a little bit about its social structures and who's who in the city, where to go to have fun, where to go to do business, and where to go to hide.
All right, then my question is what to expect from the initial confrontation so that I can let them know what to expect from these.
Well, the last time you were here, I mean, you were here on business, so things started well, but ended badly, as it often does with you. This is where you tried to swindle the Savior's army, after all.
Oh, that time. They're not still around, are they? Yeah, they are. Okay. Was I under a different name back then? Because, like I said in my background, I've changed my name, but do they know my face? I don't know.
Back then, you were going by the name Reginald Barclay.
Okay.
So as the wagon gets
I dig it.
close, you hear several voices calling out. They're muted at first, but all of a sudden there's a great thrum in the air. And if you look outside, you see a Crusade quadthopter cruising overhead. And as you get closer, you see several hulking figures, a great red cross emblazoned on the front of their armor. Power-armored crusaders are standing at the front of the gate alongside the pikemen.
Where
This
can
is
I get
unusual.
one of those?
All right, so this is
What was
not
that,
the way
Mikey?
it was the last time. How long ago?
Where can I
How
get one
long
of
ago
those
was it that
power
I was here
armors?
last?
Oh,
It's been a few years since you were here last.
All right. So I said to everybody, they've upgraded. Just saying.
Evidently. Why did you think the banks just
You broke up on me pretty bad there,
I pull.
him or me?
I tried-
Brian.
Okay, I'm going
I
to.
said, why do you think
I'm going
they-
to. They need a banking. So I yell
Yeah.
over to the full cart. I mean, the full wagon with the people that actually want to hang out without me. I say, keeping my girl safe, you know. And then I also say, oh wait, I gotta wait till Ross can hear me. Oh, okay. And then I say, hey guys, I got this. I've been here before, okay? Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
We're all gonna die.
And then I pull my bison up a little bit. I make my cart come up a little further than the rest of them, and I stop it. And then I stand up in my wagon. And I go, like, you know, like waving them down, like to, you know, come here, like that.
So you move the
I'm trying to
cart.
signal them to send it. I'm trying to like sort of show I'm the spokesperson for this little traveling band. Come talk. Let's talk. Come over here.
They're standing by
And
the
I stand
gates. So it looks they're standing guard
I know,
by
so
the
I
gate.
pull
They're
up.
not about to move from their post. They're waiting for you
All
to
right.
come to them.
Then all right, well then I jump off the wagon because, you know, there's nobody else in it anyways. And I go in closer to the guards carefully. And I have my hands up like this to show them I'm not like trying to draw a weapon.
all right. And just
I look
because
back at-
I see
I look
what's
back
going
at-
on through the back of the ice, because he's behind us, right?
Oh, he's ahead of you now. He pulled the cart ahead.
He pulled the hard ahead. Okay, I jump out. I get just so I can take the reins of the bioxen for him.
That's cool. And I went back at Min, or whatever her name is. My future wife. I don't even remember her name. Anyways, I go up to the.
She face palms.
And that's progress. Anyways, I go up to the guards slowly. And I'm just like,
Okay.
hey guys, is a girl? It doesn't matter really, but.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys!
The first
What's
thing
up?
that the guards do,
Hey.
the power-armored crusaders step forward and point their weapons towards you.
And
This
I
area is
stop
under
in my
crusade
tracks.
protection. State your business or be fired upon.
I said, we have crusade business.
You
Why
do
do you
not
think
bear
I'm here?
the emblems of the crusade.
The emblems got destroyed by bad people. That is why we don't have the emblems. Do I look like the kind of guy that would lie with a gun pointed at his face? Seriously, have you seen the dust on my back?
Deception.
I've been thrown around. Okay. Let me find my character sheet here. Perception's under
No, deception.
decent talents or
It should be under skills.
I see it.
Oh no,
Okay.
sorry, bluff. Roll bluff.
Bluff, okay. Pretty sure I have a good one, Matt. Yep, I do.
They don't move their weapons. They continue pointing them at you. The crusade would not travel in such conveyances. Why are you really here?
I say, does the crusade not consider the fact that sometimes one gets ambushed along the road to town by bad elements out in the wildlands, so to speak? Would I
A
be so
hand
bold
is
as to
suddenly
come before
placed
you?
on your shoulder and gently pushes you aside as Min steps up to
By
the
him?
crusaders.
Ah, my girl, go for it.
We are a caravan bound from Craterton. We were waylaid by raiders. We seek passage into the city to distribute our wares and to reach the Temple of Kulao. My reverend
That's what I was
was killed during the fight, and I must deliver him to the temple. They lower their weapons and look at her briefly, taking stock of her.
I nod to her, and I
Thank God
just
for men.
flip the reins and move because I've got the bodies now in the cart, and I just start moving them forward.
They look to her and briefly look at Bog.
Like,
Mind your friends. A ton like that will get himself shot.
And I just look at the guards and I go, have at it.
no.
They
group
return
is-
to their posts. The pikemen confront the wagons now. Sorry about the crusaders. Things have gotten a little rough around here. You said you're headed to the Temple of Kulao?
Yeah, amongst the marketplace as well. I'm also headed over to the Fargo Bank Post.
Ah, the farmers. You'll find all of those in the the overpass. We will set way for you. If you're here for on the temple's business, you'll be given priority in the streets. The pikemen are arrayed in studded leather and long robes. It's almost ceremonial looking, if not for the functionality of their garb. And of course, each and every one of them carries a very ornate-looking pike, similar to Min's Guardian Spear, but instead of a submachine gun on the front, it appears to be a long rifle. Guards are called over, and the call is spread throughout the city, and a passage is opened within the thoroughfare. A lot of people are out and about today. Despite the apparent danger that has brought the crusade, it has not stopped the day-to-day life of people in the city. They part for the pikemen, and the caravan is allowed to progress through the city itself.
Okay.
I look over at Min as we settle this, and I say, "Thanks, babe. We got this. Good job."
She
My
she
lead.
looks at you and just shakes her head. You're lucky they didn't shoot you. Do you have to lie all the time?
What do you backed up my story? I didn't lie. I simply
You told
told
them
a
you
more
were on
exasperated-
crusade business. There's nothing about any of us
Aren't we
that
all?
says crusade.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they said we're on suede business because my coat is suede. My
She
hearing.
just-
I got to get that
She
unclogged.
she hugs her face in her hands. How you are still alive is beyond me.
It's a little bit of luck and it's a little bit of what's your god's name again?
He can't help himself, even when it's not in his
really.
best interest to tell the.
What was your god's name again? I said, I'm just testing you.
The
It's his
caravan
business.
begins to ride up the slope of the ramp. The lower city itself looks like most other large villages with homes made of wood and cobblestone spread out. You can see the bright tarps of the market not too far off. And as you begin to climb up the slope of the on-ramp, you see terraced structures going all the way up its length. Brian, you actually see the emblem of Fargo Farms not too far off. Other institutions, you see a building with the Mark of the Crusade. You see a building with the Mark of the Chosen. Come on, notes.
Man, this city
There we go.
reminds me of home. It's almost that big.
Even the bunker busters are here. The
Bunker Busters.
Therm, you even see an emblem of the Techno Reapers. Not your particular sect, but of a separate one entirely.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
As you reach
I
the
guess
top
I've
of
done
the
my
ramp,
ex-wives
things
now.
suddenly look very different. Ornate homes of polished wood, what looks like polished and clean stone. The streets are not near as crowded, but you see people who are gathered along the side to see this rather rough-looking caravan go by. Some turn their noses up to wonder what rabble travel through here, but you see others as well who seem to be a bit more curious. And directly in front of you is the Temple of Kulao, a large stone building with vaulted arches and a high ceiling. The cart comes to a stop, and acolytes come to meet it. Min steps down and walks to them. I have the body of Reverend Aubert. He fell and is in need of the ritual. They nod silently, go to the back, and take his body. One turns to her. What of the Fezzik? She nods, and they take his body, and they move to take his body as well. At the grunts, they stop.
Took his-
What was that?
What are you doing?
Min walks to you.
Anyone?
There is a ritual that we practice here that honors the fallen. I wish to offer it to Gom, who fell defending us.
I
I
look over to Rex.
I say I completely agree.
It's up to you, man.
Yeah, it's up to you, Rex.
After which we will return the body to you to be seen to as per your custom.
It's a very expressive grunt.
What does this ritual entail?
It does no harm to the body or the spirit. Much more I cannot reveal.
Then what's the point?
Can I ask? I step forward to be obnoxious because that's what I do, and I say to them, "How do I convert?"
She takes her guardian spear,
wanna
spins it in
marry
the
this-
air, and strikes you across the face.
Okay, that's the second woman that's struck me in the face. I'm sensing a pattern. I go back and go, okay, just ask him. Oh, no, sorry.
She brings the weapon down to show that it's not a threat to you, Rex.
I guess you don't convert.
What is the purpose of the ritual?
To ask for our patron's blessing.
Gangrene, you know him best.
I think he'd appreciate the effort, and she did say he'd be returned to be seen to by Fessic tradition.
All right, but one inch of his skin is touched in a disrespectful way. Just don't.
I understand. Thank you. Please, follow us inside. The bodies are taken.
Can I come in?
Actually, and I look to Min and I say, Min, respectfully, I will stay here to watch the wagons.
If that is your wish. She takes the bodies inside and offers and welcomes anyone who wishes to join her.
Again, I follow.
Really?
I have to stay outside. I have a cargo that I have to protect.
The acolytes will care for the wagons during the ceremony. Please.
Again, I just look at her and I look at her. I look up at the shrine. Right? Said, as I said before, I follow another.
Just a moment.
I have a question.
All right.
I'm sensing.
I'll take it with me.
Good.
Based on where I'm at, am I easily visible from? I really don't want to be seen by any Techno Reapers, even if they are not part of the specific group that I belonged to.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm like out in the open, I'm gonna probably go inside, but I'm just gonna do that to hide rather than to.
Well, you don't see any Reapers on this level. You can kind of get the idea that the Reapers are a little too lowbrow for this area of the city.
All right. I can join you now.
Okay. So the bodies are taken inside, and anyone who wishes to follow can. So who's going in?
I'm going in.
Okay.
I'm going in. Well,
Okay.
I'm going into the. Yeah.
I'm going in to make sure they don't screw with Gum.
Okay. And Therm?
I'm still not going to risk possibly being seen. So I'm gonna sneak inside.
And I'm staying with my box and
Okay. So inside is a great open space. Light pours in from a ceiling made almost entirely of stained glass. Multiple colors in a rainbow that washes over everything. Gardens line the edge, both outside and inside the building. Gangrene follows, and you hear the faintest tick of the Geiger counter. Radiation is present, but not in a lethal level. As the procession reaches the front, Min walks up to a acolyte in a tall hood and an open veil over the face. She makes a slight bow. Abbot Chisa, I bring the body of the Reverend Aubert, who fell. I ask for the ritual. She turns her head to the side briefly. A tall request from an acolyte. If it is the patron's will, it will be done. Bring the body. And what of the other? I ask that he be blessed. He fell in the defense of me and my companions. A blessing shall be made. The acolytes spread out. Gom's body is placed on an altar that light shines over. The light shifts suddenly, turning to a more emerald hue that makes his skin radiant and bright. A different acolyte, one that is clearly not of Kulao, one in red robes and a large black fist in the center. This is an acolyte of Bruce, the god of strength, patron of the Fezzik. He looks down at the body for a moment, a deep growl resonating in his chest. This growl grows louder and louder and louder until he turns his head to the sky. Ah! Hear me, patron! O Lord Bruce, a warrior comes to join you.
Wow.
And Rex gets all a little giddy.
I'm already sold, but they don't believe I really want to join. But anyway.
As this ritual completes, the other ritual is just beginning. The Reverend's body is taken to a cylindrical bed of sorts and placed inside gently. Inside, it is ringed with flowers of all shapes, sizes, and colors. With a hiss, a door rotates and seals shut, and the chamber begins to glow and pulse. The acolytes around the chamber begin to hum and chant a melodic tune similar to the one that you heard when you first encountered the Reverend and his ward. This melody begins to grow and harmonize around them, and the glow of the chamber begins to brighten and spread throughout the entire chamber, bathing everything in a off-white, almost yellow-tinted glow. The chamber sinks into the ground, slowly, with a thud, and electrical sparks shoot up the sides of the temple, scattering across the stained glass at the top, the color rippling as the current feeds. A long moment of silence pauses as the song fades, and the chamber begins to rise once again. The door rotates open, and a figure steps from the chamber itself. The Reverend Aubert looks about, seeing the gathered group and Min. He looks to her, nods his head. Thank you, my dear friend. Then he looks out upon the gathered people and you. Thank you for delivering my body to this place and allowing me to be reborn. I am in your debt.
I met Brian.
And that is where we will call it for tonight.
Yay! Cliffhanger! It's a good thing my clothes is red from all this radiation.
And I'm sitting outside looking at oxen butt.
I tried to get you inside.
It's all right.